do 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 do. Good evening. Back by popular demand. Do 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 do. Hello, everybody. Welcome into May 11th edition of Stout Live with the Zoom homies. Oh, that was not supposed to go out over the air. I set that to private. I don't know how that made it out over, but okay, that makes sense now. Anyway, we have Greg Guy, Alex Sheik, Josh Kinder, and William Dawson, and admitting Chris Garrett right now into Zoom already. They were all sitting there waiting for me when I got home. Hello, Greg, Alex, William, Josh, and Chris.
Hello.
Hello.
Gee whiz, Chris, keep your panties on. Good golly, that was what, 5 whole seconds in the waiting room?
Yeah, but I'm not Alex.
Greg was in the waiting room, William was in the waiting room, Josh was in the waiting room, and
I
they're not
noticed,
Alex either.
I noticed because when I joined, I noticed that immediately William was joining and Greg was joining and Josh was joining too. So I noticed. I figured you admitted us all at the same time.
Yes, I did. I hit admit all. So that's a nice little feature that they have in there called admit all. It works really good. Hello, Bobby. Hello, Jose Photo Mix Media. Hello, Mike Wojcik. Hello, Roy Care. I really have to think about that because I just don't get care out of that, but Roy works. Greg was there. Tony was first again this evening. William was second at 8:24, I believe he's saying. Have the timestamps on. Yeah, it shows 8:26 on the YouTube, so close enough. Greg says he was fifth. Oh.
I was watching Anzio.
I didn't watch much on YouTube today. I got frustrated because of the Google situation, and I went out and took all that out on the golf course. And then came home and trying to edit some things. Not going as easy as I'd like it to go. Part of it is, part of it isn't. And yes, it deals with golf. I think I made a big mistake on the recording today, which is not good because I actually had 3 really good holes today. The other 6 were, well, 2 of the other 6 were horrible. The other 4 of the other ones were mediocre. Roy says human error. Yeah, you could say that. I had the camera set up and I had it running and I turned it around thinking it would not change anything. Anyone want to take a wild guess what the change it made was?
You showed back behind you.
No, that's why I changed it. It was because it was not showing what I wanted it to. But no, that's not it at all. That would have been simple to fix, actually. I don't think I can repair this error, actually. Film the golf back? Nope. I have beautiful shots. I have a beautiful video of me golfing. Josh, are you a Smurf? Looks like
Upside down.
Upside down, yes, sir.
He's
Upside
blue.
down.
Yeah, the question is not if the video is beautiful or not. The question is, will you be able to get it off of your phone?
Oh yeah, I'll get it off the phone. We proved that last night. That's not an issue. The question is, how many times do you want to live in the waiting room tonight? William already figured it out. The entire video is upside down. And I made the comment as I was rotating the phone around. I said, I sure hope this does not turn out to be upside down. Now, when I'm looking at it, it looks okay, except for the timestamp is on the bottom. That was the indication that I thought it would be upside down. And sure enough, it is upside down. So I'm hoping.
Is there not a way to edit a video where you can turn it right side up? Like you can rotate a picture around?
Generally, you can, I thought, but apparently in today's instance, I could not. I'll fix it hopefully in DaVinci Resolve. Wintermute says I can rotate it in DaVinci, so I'm hoping it's rotatable.
Well, that's what I was referring to.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's referable, I hope I can flip it in DaVinci, because there was some actually really good shots. There was some really bad shots too, but for the most part, there was really good shots. So good job, William. You figured
If
that
not,
out.
it's still not ruined video. If you have a sense of humor video.
Yeah, it's an hour and 14 minutes long, I think. I don't think people are going to sit there and listen to it and go, oh, unless they're listening to it for the audio, and I can always pull the audio off in DaVinci. So, yeah,
I'll sometimes watch your golfing videos if I'm really, really bored.
Well, that's good to know. I didn't shoot it live. I recorded it. I think next time I'm actually going to try it live.
If you do it live, because then I can go in the chat room and talk.
Josh, you're always bored, because if you wasn't bored, you wouldn't be trying to call me every 5 minutes.
Photo Mixed Media says my shots are always bad. No, they're not always bad. In fact, the little 19 video.
Did I ever confirm that?
The little 19-minute video I shot after I played golf actually turned out pretty good. That's what I was editing earlier. Boy, let me tell you.
You get a haircut out?
No, he's using Rogaine and it didn't work properly. Instead of his hair growing back, he's losing hair.
I got a haircut. How'd you know?
It's shorter and it doesn't look a mess.
You mean it don't look like yours?
Yeah.
Is this now the haircut channel?
I guess for the last moment or so. I had a haircut today.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get on mine cut off and start rubbing wax on top of it or something, see if that helps my golf game.
I didn't know you needed a haircut, Chris.
He said the other day he was getting his ears lowered. Bought some Burger King, $16, and fed half of it to the birds. Oh my goodness. I'm not sure which is more disturbing, the fact it cost $16 or he only ate half of it and tried to kill a bunch of birds.
It must have not been that good.
Yeah. Well, the price of everything's gone up.
Yeah, last time we went to Burger King, I think it was like $35 for 3 of us.
Yeah, gone it. Yeah,
and every time whenever we go to Hardee's or Carl's Jr. on the West Coast, it's always every time we go there, even before COVID, it's always been at least $30.
Yes, Carl's Jr. and Hardee's are the same company. There's Hardee's back east and Carl's Jr. in the west, and I don't know how far east they go. You are correct.
The same is true of Checkers and Rallies. Same company, just different names.
Yeah.
You ever fed a squirrel French fries?
No, but I'm getting used. I'm making some good friends with some squirrels on the golf course.
They'll eat the outside shell first, then eat the inside.
Huh. Uh-oh.
And you can eat them.
How did that go? I did that privately. I was checking something out, and it wasn't Well, I guess it was about 5 minutes in length. That is interesting. Now I understand the comments about the trailers.
Ken, I sent you the link in email that you asked for on Facebook.
Yep, I got it. And I'll have to explain to you I'll show you everyone what it does. It takes me not to where I want it to. I think this is the one I want. And then I have to move this out of the way. I have to get rid of so far the icons, by the way, are remaining right where they're supposed to. Got no issues with that so far. That doesn't mean it's going to stay that way. So I'm going to turn the icons off. And then I'm going to bring up my mail, which is over here somewhere.
I got to bring up after.
So
I'll wait till after you two.
I didn't hear a word you said, Josh. What?
I said I got something I need to bring up.
And then your Wi-Fi goes out.
Wait till we're done with you two.
All right, cool. So in addition to losing and getting all these back, I have to populate them. I also figured out how to put a background in there, and I went with this one just for now.
I was gonna say your background looks neat.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. So I go to Gmail and I go to Greg Guy, and he says he sent me this link. So that's good. I appreciate that. And when I click on it, watch what happens. It takes me to my drive, but it doesn't take me to the DKR drive. Now, how I know that is if I come up here and open a new tab and go to DKR and then go to the drive, there's a much more amount of movies on there. And I'm not going to keep that there very long for fear of any kind of notification. So I don't know why it did that, Greg, but it takes me over to my drive ain't got crap on it, so I don't care. Makes no sense, but I'm good. I have DKR set back up. That was one thing I did manage to set up. And
Wait, go back to your drive there for just a second. Did I see what I thought I seen?
What do you think you saw?
It was like 900 and something megabytes.
Yeah, there's nothing on it.
15 gigabytes.
There's nothing on it. Yes, 90.2, I believe it was.
Well, the 15 gigabytes is not only your drive space, but also your email and everything else related to your Google account.
Right, I know that.
So that just tells me have a massive amount of emails because I have like 5 gig. I have like 5 gigs used.
Do you keep all of your emails? I keep none of my emails, and I don't know what this one movie is. It's 70 of the 90.2 megabyte, 70.9 of it is a singular movie. And I'll have to see what that is after a bit. But I appreciate it, Greg. I appreciate the effort to send it to me.
I thought that's what you were looking for.
Well, that takes me to my drive. I was looking for the DKR drive. What am I looking for here? Oh, I need to change my source back to Zoom. There we go. Now Zoom should show up.
I don't think you ever gave it to me.
I don't remember. I really don't remember. So Bobby Warren asked, did I see the link? Yeah, I'm not a big, what is that, Twitter or whatever that was, fan. So I watched about a second of that, and I don't go to Twitter stuff. My shots are always bad. Yes, I saw the link. Brian says the Riley's company brands include Rally, Bel Air, Nob Hill Foods, Rally. Got a lot. Feed squirrel, give it to my friend. He cooks them in. Right clip on the video. And okay. You must be taught. Wintermute says right clip, which I think he meant video, media pool. Click attributes and flip image. Yeah, I'll give that a shot. I still have to wait for it to get there. It's not there yet.
So I'm really interested to know if and what the changes will be since Elon Musk supposedly bought Google. If if and when he will change anything, and what will be changed, if anything.
Well, you're the first one that's mentioned anything about Google being bought.
Supposedly Elon Musk bought Google for a few days ago for $400 billion.
And you heard this where?
Well, my mom told me, because she looks at all that stuff. My mom told me to begin with, and then I looked it up myself, and it's all over YouTube and all over the internet.
That's probably why my Google got messed up today, is because Elon Musk bought it.
No, Elon Musk wouldn't mess it up. It's a problem with the behind the keyboard and mouse. Uh-oh.
So it says Elon Musk, quote, I officially bought Google. Doesn't say anything about Google being sold.
That's what I said.
You can read that about 4
bought...
different ways to Sunday until it gets now announced and a big deal. And besides, he can't. That would take a while for him to buy Google. That'd probably take a good year, if not longer.
Google is owned by Alphabet, the parent company.
No matter who owns it, it's going to take. Okay, so on Snopes fact check, it said, did Elon Musk buy Google? And in a big fat stop sign, it says, nope, false. I don't know, and until I see it officially, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it at all. So, Elon Musk has never been the richest man alive. Saudi kings and princes. Yeah, I would imagine that's very true. I don't think you can buy Google. To buy it.
I don't know if he'd be allowed to buy it, considering he already owns Twitter.
Yeah, he would have actually no need to, if you think about it.
Since he has Twitter and Starlink and all that, and Tesla.
Antitrust. They might consider too big of one company under one person.
Oh, I don't know. I just know he's not going to wake up on Monday morning and go, I think I'll buy Google, and the next day buy it. It's going to take some time. Bobby says he's thinking about getting a Tesla soon. Well, good luck with that. I hope you don't go very far. Your extension cord is extremely long. You should get a hold of Gary Weisenberger and ask him what kind of distance he gets on his Tesla. Or however you say it.
I would guess probably 150 to 200 miles per charge. Just
I thought he told us once, but I don't really remember.
Something like that. I can't wait till we see it pop up in the news. See it pop up in the news and in the paper worldwide that Gary overestimated the charging capacity of his Tesla, and it ended up on the side of the road.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. That would be kind of funny. So Rick Lakes is home.
Elon Musk is going to buy Sheridan, Arkansas.
I heard that. My mom told me that, actually.
There's some. I've heard for a while that, and this is coming true, that Amazon wants all their delivery drivers, wants all their vehicles to be electric by 2025. And there's several guys, there's several people on YouTube that show like what a day in the life of an Amazon delivery driver is, and they show like them driving the electric vehicles and taking them out of the depot, putting them in the depot, plugging them in and all that. And there's like just rows and rows and rows of Amazon electric vans.
There's not enough charging stations.
No, yeah, I know there's not near enough charging stations. They have to completely do, if they want as many charging stations as gas stations, they'll eventually have to do away with all the gas stations and
Yeah, it's never
put
going to
in,
happen, Alex. A gas
put
station will
in
be
charging
here.
stations or make them half and half, you know. Put a charging station wherever a gas station is.
Yeah, it's
Well, I'll be firing the moonshine still up to make gas.
If you're going to have a van that's electric, you have a van with solar cells on top to charge the battery, keep the batteries charged while you drive in the sun.
yep. You have to
What
produce
happens when
electricity to charge them. I mean,
What happens when it's raining?
Solar
when it's
cells,
cloudy?
unless it's overcast and no light, they're going to work to some extent.
What happens if there's a thunderstorm? You get zapped in the van by the lightning.
What happens if a electric car gets hit by lightning?
So Brian Lightfoot said the post office went to an electric neighborhood delivery vehicles about 10 years ago. After 3 years, they scrapped that idea and went back to regular gas vehicles. And yeah, I can see that would be something similar that would happen to Amazon. The logistics of that are just, oh my gosh.
Well, Amazon has already invested, I don't know how many millions of dollars in all those electric vans. I'm sure they got garages just full of them.
Sure they do. Then again, it might be a marketing ploy that they're sucking up to the people that want us to go all electric. So they tell everybody we're all electric. Next week it'll be we're back to being gas because the gas groups are complaining. And then the week after that it'll be we're back to all electric. Continually goes around and around in a circle. Whatever group's got the most money or needs the most attention is the group that's going to get mentioned.
Personally,
I don't think. Go ahead, William.
Personally, I don't care if the van's powered by a bicycle pedals to get here.
Tim Soul. What happens when 4 cars pull into a charging station? There's only one charger. Good point. And each charge takes about 30 minutes. What's going to happen then?
Mm-hmm.
I guess everybody else is gonna be late.
Yep.
You know what they need to do? They need to make these chargers for these electric vehicles similar to the way my charger works for my wheelchair. So all you need is a regular plug-in. So you can pull up to the side of anywhere, and as long as there's an outlet on the outside of the building, you can plug it in.
You still have the same problem. You pull into a building that's got 3 outlets and you got 10 cars that need to be charged. Number one. Number two, how fast do you think your battery in your wheelchair would propel a car down the road? 6 mile an hour?
No, we're not very fast, and my batteries take overnight charge.
No, there's always that point too. I mean, you said your wheelchair goes
Well, it
about 6
depends on
mile an
how
hour,
much-
right?
It depends on how much
Right.
you use it.
We go 6 miles an hour,
And what's your wheelchair weigh approximately?
600 pounds with me in it.
And a car weighs approximately what?
1,000 or 2,000 or something like that.
I think they're closer to 2 than they are 1. Or they
About-
used to be. I don't know anymore. Roy said
Now, you can put
3,000
your-
pounds.
You can put your chair on manual and you can flip it, right?
Yes, you can, but who wants to do that? Because I'm heavy. It's heavy,
Well, not only are you heavy, but the chair itself is heavy.
and there's no like on a manual chair. There's like a handlebars. There's no handlebars on the back of this chair.
How would you push it then? You don't
There's one
have
that
you don't
you
have
can-
a means of pushing it. How would you push it?
You just grab onto the back of it and just start walking. Because there's no push bar, but you can actually. They make a push bar that you can buy and put on it, but it just don't.
Brian
just-
said Alex should get a solar powered wheelchair. Yeah, you're all on this solar kick. Why don't you get a solar powered wheelchair?
I'm not on no solar kick.
I believe it was you that mentioned it. Do I need to rewind the stream and fact check you or what? Let me put you in the waiting room while I go check up on that. I'll be right back.
No. You don't have to do that.
Yeah, I do have to do that.
Somebody
No,
asked,
you don't have to do that.
I'm not going to
Well,
argue
I'm
whether I
supposed
can put
to.
you in the waiting room or not. But putting you in the waiting room is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Wait.
I'm going to make up for last night, whether he realizes it or not.
I thought you were gonna do it a while ago when he said the problem was between the keyboard and chair.
yeah, I should have. And oh, this is funny. Oh, I always have fun. I actually made a comment on the upside down video that I may or may not show to the world before I
Where'd you
flip it,
go?
right? So, Alex, I need to explain the waiting room concept to you. When you go in the waiting room, if you leave the waiting room, when you come back into Zoom, you're going right back in the waiting room. Would you like to demonstrate that again?
That only
Are you
works
sure?
if you have, that only works if you have the waiting room. That only works if you have the waiting room enabled. Sometimes it doesn't work, and I get right back in.
Hi, Steve. Steve Dodd joins us. Haven't seen him in a few days. Good to see
So I
Steve
have to
again.
test it out every night to make sure you're up on your A game.
So I've got a question for you when you get back.
You walked into that one.
He did actually walk into that one. He makes it so easy. So I did sort of kind of figure out how to rotate names today after I ended the DaVinci stream. I got to fine tune it a little bit. I did move Tony and the Wallow around, but I got it to where it's at, and I was okay with that. I'm sure it could be fine tuned a little bit better. Great guy says, I invented a solar powered PC, but the internet speed. Good one, Greg. Good one.
It is what?
The internet goes in and out when it's cloudy.
Actually, they already got something that does that.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Satellite internet.
Would not be surprised. So Roy said, am I having fun? Yeah, I'm having fun. I enjoy doing this every night. If I didn't enjoy doing this, I wouldn't be here every night. I like getting together with these guys and doing what we do. The problem with MU 2011 Dodge Journey, I can't go faster than 88.8 mile an hour. That's a good one, Steve. I like that. Wait a minute, Ken. Ken, criticize Doug to having his live stream on portrait profile instead of landscape. Wait till Doug hears what happened about the upside down profile. It's not upside down profile. It's an entire video that's upside down. Hey, the profile I could handle. No, it's the whole video. Now, I can check to see if it's made it over yet. I doubt seriously that it has. But I'll go look. The 19-minute one showed up instantly. Of course, that makes sense. It's only 19 minutes. This folder is empty. Oh, is that because my phone's off?
Are we boring you?
Yeah, we're talking about golf, so he probably is bored.
No, I'm not.
Talking about DaVinci Resolve, so not only is Greg
Then why
mad,
are
he's
you
probably
running if you're
bored.
not bored?
I'm still watching Anzio.
Okay, so nothing in
Better
there.
go having a while.
Nothing in there. I don't remember where we found it last night when we did through the Explorer, but I don't think we found it in the right folder. Serious question here. How much does it cost in your area for an automatic car wash? The type that you just sit there in your car and go through it. I want to say it's about $7 to $10 for the very lowest, all the way up to, let's say, I don't know, $15, $16, something like that. I haven't
don't know.
I haven't
I
gotten the
don't
van
know.
or the car wash in a long time.
I don't
Actually,
know, but that's a good estimate.
I washed.
Last time I got me a Last time I got a haircut, it cost me $15. Yesterday, when I got a haircut, it cost me $20.
everything's gone up. Did your girl from Vegas come back yet?
She ain't coming back. She went there.
How do you know?
She went there. She went there permanently because she said she would.
Oh,
She ain't gonna come back. Haven't seen her. I ain't heard from her. I ain't talked to her since I seen her post on Facebook about, "Hey, I'm leaving. And then I saw her a few days later post, "Hey, I'm here now," and she posted a bunch of pictures of her being in Vegas and getting an apartment and figuring out a new place to work and all that, and haven't heard from her since.
she married?
She was, and now she's divorced.
Was that before or after going to Vegas?
Before.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know you had a girlfriend.
I don't think she's married now, and she's not my girlfriend. She was just my haircutting lady.
Her name's Tammy, by the way.
Her name is Ashley.
No, I was talking about your girlfriend.
It's Ashley Honey Boo Boo.
I gotta put the avatar on for. Oh yeah, yeah. So the one thing I don't like about watching videos on the phone is there's no way to speed the doggone things up.
And Tammy isn't my girlfriend.
Did you guys
she's
break up?
wondering.
I'm sorry to hear that. When did that happen?
I just like seeing your reaction when I
Was she
when I-
two-timing you?
when-
Was that the problem?
I just like seeing y'all's reaction, especially yours and Jim's when I put one of her pictures as the background for one of her videos, or when I screen share one of her videos.
I got one.
And even if I don't share one of her videos, if it's a video and of any big people, you seem to think it's always her, but it's not always her. I mean,
Well, I would almost buy that, except for you actually said one time on Zoom, I don't know if it was when we were live or not, that you had put Tammy's background in your Zoom before you went to bed. So
I've got about at least 4 or 5 different Tammy backgrounds on from her videos that I
That-
screenshotted.
doesn't surprise me.
Like the pictures that she said is her that she took, and she said it's her thumbnails on her. I'll show them.
How
I'll
come
show
I
them.
haven't been there, yo?
Alex,
Because
there's nothing
you
like
probably
getting
have. You probably
barefoot every day.
You probably
What?
have. You just don't remember.
I don't remember because I was in a car accident.
I'll show them to you. If
No,
you
not
let me,
on
but
here. You will not. You two want to do that? You get your own Zoom or your own Facebook meeting or something. That's not happening. Even after we end the stream, that's not happening. It's a 30-day ban if you try to sneak it past me. And I'm not good at counting days.
Even if it's the first.
This is
I've learned that I can't even flash it up for a second. If you and Jim and Jeff and Greg are all co-hosts, because somebody will catch it, even if it's only up there for literally a fraction of a second, and put me in the waiting room.
Yep.
You know, several nights ago, you know, Rick. I'm telling on myself, but Rick thought he shared something and hit the wrong button, but that was actually me. It was just I shared something real quick. I get he said something immediately after, so because he thought that he did it,
Yeah, we knew it was you. We actually acknowledged it was you.
but it was me. And then the
And you s-
second time it happened, I was put in the waiting room.
Yeah, I'm going to get it spruced up for you. Try to get it looking exactly like things look in Arkansas. You'll feel right at home. I got my avatar on. Mrs. K brought me some of the barbecue they had at her work tonight, and I'm enjoying it.
Let me guess, it's pulled pork. It's not like ribs or anything like that.
Well, that's strike one. How many strikes would you like me to give you?
3.
Do they actually have ribs?
They may have, but that's not what this is. I'm sure they do.
Because we just had barbecue. I don't know how many potlucks we've had at church, but I can guarantee you, in my 20 years of going to church there, we've never ever had we've never had any ribs or any like shrimp or steak. Like when we have barbecue, it's always pulled pork.
Roy asked what part of Arkansas.
Jim.
He's in Sheridan, Arkansas. I was going to say Mayberry, but then he explained to me that Mayberry is not in Sheridan, and I know that.
We had a pig cooked one time, a whole pig.
Yeah, we had a family get together one time, and one of my uncles did that. A family get together, and it was a whole pig. But by the time we got there, it was all pulled. It was all normal pork. It was all pulled pork,
Leech on.
so you couldn't tell that it was actually a whole pig.
Hello, Jim. You noticed I took care of business, right?
Yeah, I did.
What number you on?
I have not I've not touched anything today, and I don't think I'm going to, quite frankly. I've had a reasonably full day. I'm not interested in dealing with this crap right now.
Yeah, you were explaining that a little bit last night, how things go.
Oh, let's see. At the DMV to renew the registration on the vehicle. That took close to 45 minutes, which is a little unusual. Get home just in time to take the dog to the groomers, which is a 20-minute drive normally if traffic's not bad. It wound up being closer to 30 minutes. That's one way.
Wow, you don't have one any closer? Ours is like 5 minutes down the road.
I used to have one that's closer, but the groomer that we would take her to, the one that she's used to dealing with, changed places. And we tried the place that was closer a few times, and they never got her right. So now I get to drive 20 or 25 minutes each way to take her to the groomer. When you find something that works, you need to stick with it. So take her up to the groomers, come back home, have lunch with the wife and one of her coworkers. Get back from lunch just in time for the groomer to call me, tell her that she's ready. So back up half hour each way, bring her home from the groomers. So yeah, I've kind of had a little bit of a busy day.
You want to hear what my debacle was?
Oh, please do tell.
I listened to someone who told me to delete my cookies on Google Chrome by going into history, going into clear browsing data, and then clicking on from the beginning of time or whatever that is. So I did that.
Before you continue, is that person currently in Zoom?
No,
Oh, okay. All right.
this was I was talking to support at a company supposedly. And immediately got disconnected, and I lost everything. Now I have since repopulated some things. Oops, I did that wrong. Share my screen first. Then we go there. Now everybody's seeing a blue screen. So,
Very pretty blue screen.
yeah, I just painted it. So I lose all of these. These are all gone. And I can't get into anything. So I reached out to a couple of people. And it ended up being the Zoom homies and Wintermute that we got it back to here. And I'm slowly but surely getting it repopulated to work. We determined that that was interesting. Why do I not have customize down here? That should say customize down here. Is 8 the max? Seriously?
Did you ever find out if you can rearrange them?
Yeah, Wintermute and I changed them. I can now rearrange them. I can grab the credit union and move it over here. I can
Why
bring
couldn't you do that earlier? Do you know?
Yep, I do. The problem is I can't demonstrate it because the customized thing that used to be down here no longer is down here.
What's the little pencil thing down in the lower left
That's
corner?
probably the customized thing. They probably changed it.
Yeah, customize this page.
Yeah, they changed it 2 hours ago. That was said the words customize on it. So what we ended up doing was we went to shortcuts, and instead of most visited sites, which you can do, we set it to, that's depressing. That just said, you know what? It might say that because of, I got an idea here. We changed it to my shortcuts where you actually put the shortcuts in, and that's fine. So I think I know why that's doing that. I'm going to take this away, go to background, and see if I can put in none, which I bet I can't.
Yeah, classic Chrome would probably be the default.
Now, when it says upload from device, is that just the background?
I hope so. I don't know. Where'd you see oh, right here? Yeah.
Right there.
And it
Hello.
and there it is. So we
Ow, my eye. It's really bright.
really didn't notice.
Well, if your future's that bright, you ought to wear shades.
So just click on the background and you scroll through here and you find one that you kind of like. So I don't want to do that. I want to hear ow, ow, ow. So upload from device. Let's see if I can let's see if we can upload this from a device. We'll go here and bada boom, bada bing, Bob's your uncle. You can upload your picture.
Actually, I kind of like that one.
The Orchard Golf.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Maybe not. Maybe you don't like it.
This is new right here. This is the third time today I've clicked on the whatever that thing's called in the lab, and this will be the third time today that I'm actually going to get rid of it by clicking on that and closing that tab out because I have no interest whatsoever in exploring that and seeing where it goes at all. The other thing that happened was normally, so I'll open up, let's just say Facebook and open up another tab. Normally when I come up here to my Google icon, I click on DKR, which is how we share things back and forth with each other. It brought it up. Until tonight, it wasn't doing that. It would require me to sign in and just making me frustrated. And all this is for is so that we can share movies and TV shows and things back and forth.
When you click on one of those,
click
Is
on
it
one
set up
of,
so that you automatically just log in with password and everything?
no. For example, Facebook and YouTube, I do. If I go to YouTube, I'm automatically logged in because I'm on Google, obviously. And then if I go to my credit union, it's going to take me to the home page and I have to log in.
Okay, I mean, you can have that like you want. I was hoping it didn't just
PayPal might,
require you to automatically do the passwords and everything.
no. PayPal, you got to log in. And oddly enough, this site right here, this Care Credit, was the one that started it all. It would not work in Google, but it would work in Firefox. But I kind of like,
PayPal isn't like Facebook and YouTube. You have to PayPal will basically log you out if you navigate away from the page or close the page down.
no,
Every time.
no, it won't.
Oh, I thought it did.
It don't. And then you have to log in here with this one as well. If I didn't want to show you guys my balance, I would demonstrate to you. You can log into PayPal and you can hit the X, and when you go back into it, you're still logged in. But
You may be aware of this. Are potential issues with Care Credit that I ran into in the past. If you have more than one account with them, it's very easy to get dates and things messed up for when you have to pay.
I just wonder if I could add. I don't know if 8's the limit or if you can have more or not. I always had 8.
You certainly got room for more. I would think you could have 2 rows of 5.
Well,
or 6,
according to
whatever.
this, it looks like you got maybe room
2
for
rows of
more.
5 there. Maybe that's just an example, but
Could be. I can't think of a website to go to try to add to see if it would work or not.
you don't keep X videos anymore.
No. So, but I'm getting it built back up slowly but surely. And then my
Is there
home
a way
button.
to save this so that you can just pull it back? Or
I hope so. So my home button, when I click on it, actually takes me to my Gmail. I don't have to do it the way I do it, which is go to Gmail right here. I can remember that my home button will take me to my Gmail.
is that because you log into Google through Gmail normally?
No, that's because I set up my home page to take me to my Gmail in
I was
settings.
about to say my home page takes me to the page if I click on the home button, it takes me to the page that you're looking at right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that you can log into different parts of Google. When I get into Google, I go to Google Groups. And that's because there are 2 groups that I follow all the time. And that was just a convenient place for me to log in. Then I go to the little 9-dot thing to get to YouTube.
All right, let's check this out. Let's see if I can do that. I'm going to go to the one thing in my bookmarks that I know might work. I like to play Pinochle online. So I'm going to right click right here. And I'm going to copy that. I'm going to open a new tab. I'm going to go to add. And I'm going to put in cards out of work. And I'm going to paste the URL in here. And I'm going to hit done. And then I'm going to go to a new tab. And
you got one more.
right.
It populated as soon as you did it.
Oh, I didn't see that. Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, I
It
guess
populated as soon as you did it.
cool.
Moved
so
one
now,
up to the top and you added cards on the bottom.
So now we're going to add it. We're going to see if it works by clicking on it, and it works. I've played Pinochle all my life. In one game I do enjoy. So that's cool. That's cool that works.
Well, this is going to be a completely unrelated question.
Do I need to keep sharing, or can I stop sharing?
You can stop sharing if you like. It's up to you.
Go ahead.
What in the hell did somebody with 30 plus years of experience go on about for nearly 5 freaking hours?
I heard he might have fried a computer. Uh-oh, what's going on here?
What?
That's what
I saw the thumbnail and it
what
was
I
just
heard.
a
I
teaser.
heard. Now, this is just what I heard. I heard that while the computer was running, he tried to or did actually insert a memory card. That's what I
Okay.
heard. I didn't watch it.
Okay.
So, and apparently that might have bricked the little mini PC.
Okay. I didn't watch him today. I had, like I said, I had too many other things going on, and I wasn't going to be bothered. And I saw it was a mini PC yet again, so I just basically said, screw it.
Well, I
And then I
kind
went
of
to check
agree
it.
with,
I went to check it later on in the evening before Denise and I went out to dinner, I think. And I think it was still running at that point. When we came home from dinner, I saw that the video had ended, but then when I saw it in my YouTube homepage, it's 4 hours and like 39 minutes. I'm like, what the hell?
Well, that's
So-
what I heard.
tend
I
to
don't
agree
know.
with something that was in a homie's conversation today, that he's got to be getting paid extra somehow for some of that stuff,
I agree.
Mhm.
whether he admits to it or not. I guess if that's what his object is to make some money, and that's how he does it. That's his
Okay,
thing.
we have an update. Swap the MIM with the power still plugged in. Did turn it off, but there was a still of light flashing on the back. Mini PC never booted again.
Oh, you gotta be kidding. I can't believe he would do. I can't believe he would do something so stupid like that.
Well, it was off, but he didn't clear the capacitors, maybe.
So he didn't. He didn't when he unplugged it or whatever. He didn't press the. He didn't hold the power button in for 30 seconds. Stuff.
What Jeff just said. Yes, that's exactly what Jeff just said.
I mean, if you just hit it and it shuts off,
Well, you should be
that's
fine.
fine, but there may still be a charge.
I
in
may
some
have
of
to
the
have someone
capacitors.
do some research and get me a timestamp on when this took place. I might want to watch
That's
that.
funny and not funny at the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
that's one
always
of those
boasts.
not
A lot
funny,
of
funny
experience
moments.
to make one act just exactly like that.
He always boasts about live and unscripted.
There you go.
Well, I can't think of a YouTube channel out there that would have scripted something like that.
Speaking
Oh, I
of
can.
Tech Channel, did anybody watch Jay's 2 cents?
No, I've been meaning to do that. However,
Apparently, he has said he will no longer let Asus provide him any support.
Well, also, do you know why he did that? I saw the Gamers Nexus video, which is probably the reason.
Right. Well, he was referring to that. I haven't had a chance to watch that one yet. But there's apparently some stuff going on with some Asus motherboards that is not good.
Yeah, basically, from what I saw of the Gamers Nexus video, basically Asus is well, I don't know if I can say this word while we're live, but let's just say that they're basically in the British terms, I believe the term is they're being wankers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I have an Asus Prime Z490p. Is this going to affect me?
No,
Okay, good.
you're not running an AMD AM5 system.
That's good to know.
And one of the things I heard him mention was that they provided an update to one of the BIOS for one of these boards, beta BIOS. And in the fine print, it says, if you use this and it screws up your system, we ain't responsible. You might want to try it anyway.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of the long and short of it.
Mm. So it's a catch-22. You lose anywhere you go.
So haven't watched the whole thing yet, and I want to go watch the Gamers Nexus one.
Oh yeah, Steve's basically ripping them a new one. If you had ever watched the video he did about Newegg when they got that
Yeah,
board
way
that was
back,
obvious a return, yeah, it's very similar.
I remember that one.
And
Oh, Randy gave you the link there, Ken. Happened
when
right
Jay-
about here.
and when Jay showed that brand new motherboard they sent him with half the pins been over in the CPU sockets.
Got it queued up, ready to watch in a little bit. Thank you very much. Winter mute. So I was trying to do a little DaVinci editing tonight, trying to slow something down, and I'm trying to what's the word I want? Track the flight of a golf ball. Not easily done.
Nope.
DaVinci crashed 3 times. DaVinci flashed my system. I'll explain what I mean. I'm sitting here working in DaVinci, and all of a sudden, all the monitors go black. I look over at the computer, it's still running, and then slowly but surely, one by one, the computers come back onto a, are you ready for this? White screen. Not a blue screen, a white screen.
What you talking about, Willis?
Well, all the screens were white. And nothing was running. So I went down to the taskbar, and as I clicked on things, and I brought up OBS, it too was white. It never came back running. I had to shut it off. DaVinci Resolve, white. It tried
Sounds like
to
there's
work.
something in the graphics card.
There's something going on, clearly. Now, the 2 Google tabs I had opened up, they actually did, upon a refresh, go back to being on the internet and not white. Then, when I got DaVinci refired, I set my thing up again. I'm trying to watch it, and all of a sudden, DaVinci Resolve screen that you're watching the video goes to horizontal green and black bars. Horizontal green and black bars. Gets past that area, back to normal. So I'm like, did I just see that? I back up DaVinci Resolve. Gets to that point, horizontal black. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. I don't know if it's because I'm slowing it down and doing a little bit of a track at the same time, or I don't know. Roy's
Didn't
saying
you
it's
have
a
an
video
app on your
card.
phone at one time to track the ball?
They say there is. I haven't downloaded one yet, but they say there are.
Okay, I thought you had tried one back when.
Based off what and again, Jim, I want to give props to Jim because he recommended this gizmo that I'm using. The 2 days I've used it, with the exception of today's video being upside down, it's going to work fine. That is going to work just fine.
Okay.
The only other thing I might try to do is try to make some kind of an extension, but I don't need it.
I
I'm
shall
thinking,
return.
I'm thinking about getting another one so that I can, when Mrs. K goes, I can put her phone on as well, maybe a different angle. But to do it from a different angle from the golf cart would be nearly impossible. So I was thinking about this tonight. If I were to buy some kind of tripod, ooh, there you go. That might work. Because my original thought was I'll just buy me a stick, but then I got to put that in the ground all the time. But if I buy a small tripod, much like what Brian was pointing out the other day, that could work too. But so far, man, was my golf in 4K video. I don't know. I did it on my iPhone. I have no idea if it's 4K or not.
Unlikely.
But I do know, I started the video out like this, and everything's the way it should be. The world is upside right. And I thought, wait a minute, if I turn the phone around like this, so that this is facing that way and I can stand behind it and see the screen, oh, what a brilliant idea. So when I did that, and I go back there, the thing that runs on the bottom that shows you your time when you're recording the video, instead of being at the top of the screen, it was down at the bottom of the screen. So I'm like, I bet this is going to be upside down. So far, it's upside down. Now, it hasn't showed up in File Explorer yet for me to verify that. Hopefully it will sometime. And hopefully I can flip it in DaVinci Resolve. But the 19-minute video I did afterwards is priceless. And I was amazed, and you guys, all except for Alex, because he'll leave, will be amazed at how well from about 5 feet away that actually track. I can follow that ball from the point that it hit, the glove hits it, to where it ends on the ground. On the 3 instances that I've watched. It's that good. It really is that good.
What? I won't leave.
Please, Alex, you know, the minute I go to Da Vinci or I go to golf or anything that you gotta go, going to bed, gotta.
Well, it's because if you'll pay attention, I know my microphone picks it up.
What do you say?
I don't know.
I'm gonna finish this hamburger real quick.
What was that? There was a comment. Did he try to? He left and came back, didn't he?
No, he learned that
I
lesson a
didn't.
while ago. He did try that earlier.
Okay.
Didn't work. I
Well,
can't
I
get
think
away
that
with
was
nothing
power.
with you. I can't get away with nothing with you, Ken, and Jeff around.
Good night, Tony. Good night, Ski Man. Good night, Brian. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Roy. Didn't see Long Dog. If I did, I'm sorry. I didn't mention you. I did see Great Guy, and I've mentioned him twice now.
You better.
Oh, Long Dog was there. Huh? I think I got everybody. Oh, Bobby Warren. I forgot to mention Bobby. Sorry, Bobby. Now I'm trying to figure out how a private video made it onto live YouTube. And I didn't do it intentionally as a trailer, by the way. I watched it and I made changes in the macro. That's why it's so short. But it shouldn't have